What's good, fellas? Coming back to you from sunny and beautiful Playa del Carmen on my morning walk. I want to talk about the importance, fellas, black men, of having fellowship and having people that you can bond with when you go to another country. I think that's what's made my transition to Playa del Carmen really smooth, is that I've got a group of people that look like me, that we can meet. So our group meets once a week. We go usually on Thursdays, we go to dinner. And so it's been great for the fellowship situation. Buenos dias. So it's been very helpful because you have common grievances, I think is how you say it. You have common experiences, and we all of us, to a man, trip on how bad the United States has become. And, you know, all these guys have different reasons for leaving the States, but one common theme tends to run through, and that's a lack of respect for us as black men in the United States. You don't typically get that in different situations. Now, there are some countries where racism is a thing, and they tend to fetishize us or look down upon us. But the countries that I'm gonna share with you guys and that I'm gonna talk about have all been already vetted by black people on the ground. So, you know, one of the guys in our group is a well-traveled gentleman. He got back last month from Thailand and Vietnam, and he raved about it. I keep hearing about Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Philippines, because of the cost of living is so affordable. So these areas that black people are going to, that black men have been in, are areas that are welcoming to us. So here in Mexico, obviously there's racism, right? There's colorism, but at least you feel respected as a man. That was a big part of why that last incident I had on the airline, where I got removed off of a flight, and I was not shown one ounce of respect, right? And I said to myself, that's the last time that's gonna happen. Because if it happens again, I might hurt somebody. I might put my hands on somebody, or somebody will end up hurting me. So that was my impetus. I had been thinking about it for years. And with Voldemort, how you say his name? I call him the orange orangutan. With the orange orangutan back in charge, you knew shit was gonna be so I was hoping to get out the first time that he got in office, but I didn't have my affairs in order. But it's funny that I didn't think I had my affairs in order this time until I got removed off of that flight. And all of a sudden, I started looking at it a little bit more closely, and I had more than I needed to make this move. So make sure, guys, whatever country that you're thinking about going to, make sure you go on Facebook, because actually Facebook is still useful in some situations. I know it gets a bad rap. Let me not do the sun like that. I know it gets a bad rap, but you can go on these Facebook groups in these different countries, and they're pretty well established. So it's not like you have to dig real deep. You just go on and look up the different groups. And I guarantee in Panama, because I've seen, you know, I cover people online, Panama, Colombia, Costa Rica, Mexico, obviously. Portugal is a big one. I know they've got some nice established groups. Thailand, Philippines, all these different countries that you hear me mention, they have these groups. How you doing, man? So, see another brother on my walk. That's always a good thing. See a brother out here getting his exercise on. So yeah, go to these Facebook groups, get involved in the groups, get in the groups, because you can start to learn information and start to talk to people before you even hit the ground. You start to get information on visas, on temporary residency, which I'm applying for here shortly in Mexico. All these groups are really good, at giving you the information that you might need. When you first start to transition to another place, you're gonna know where you want to know where some of the best food is, where you can get these different goods and services done without getting robbed. And so, these groups are really good for that. So I would encourage you guys to go on whatever country that you're thinking about, go on and figure out what you need to, what groups you need to join and some other stuff. So just giving you guys some sights and sounds. Now, this is the neighborhood. I live in like a little ritzy area about 2 or 3 miles that way. But this is the neighborhood. So on the backside of, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this spot, but it's a cool little area. And this is a very popular workout stretch. I don't know if you guys have noticed, there's been several people that have come past me doing the same thing I'm doing, either jogging, walking, or riding their bikes. This is a very well-known and well-used boulevard for activity and exercise, right on cue. So, like for example, guys, like it was Sunday yesterday, right? And I didn't have much to do. So I reached out to my man, Mark. We sat there on WhatsApp and we met on 5th Avenue, got a little lunch, got a couple brews. I say, hey man, you wanna come to the pool and chill out? He's like, yeah, because he hadn't been in my spot yet. So me and him go get some brew. I got my speaker out there and we just chilling at the pool, bro, for about 3 hours. And it was great. I mean, we didn't need much else, right? We could have gone to the ocean, but there's a seaweed issue down there that's really causing problems. So, the beach is not the most desirable place right now based on that scenario. But I've got a private pool and he loved it. And I loved having him there in the company and us being able to talk and vibe and chill with each other. It did something for my soul, man. I needed it. And so, we think that we need this constant stream of interaction or not interaction, but entertainment. But the best entertainment is being one-on-one with other people, right? Or being in a group of people, especially those that you identify with, like black men. So me and Mark chopped it up and I was just sitting here thinking like, man, in Chicago, with my friends, we either gotta go to somebody, so we normally go out. We rarely go to each other's houses, which is strange to me. I don't know why that phenomenon is what it is in the United States, but just the fellowship. Buenos dias. Just the fellowship, man, is something that I've picked up more and more since I've been down here. You guys, I don't know if you really know, I'm a college basketball analyst with 3 different networks, and I travel like crazy between November and April. I mean, I travel like a madman. And then in the off season, mid-April through the beginning of November, I've got time, I can choose to spend the time the way I want. And a lot of times, with my core buddies, we end up going out. You got to pay for parking, gas. The drinks are ridiculous. And you're not getting quite the fellowship that me and Mark shared yesterday because one, when you're in a bar, typically they're playing louder music. So you got to talk a little bit louder. We had our speaker, but I mean, it's what we wanted to hear, right? So, how you doing, bro? Good to see you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Take care, man. Have a great day.
I got you.
Okay. See, that's what I'm talking about. That doesn't happen in Chicago. It really, really doesn't. It doesn't happen that much. That's a Jamaican brother who lives somewhere near here. I see him a lot in the mornings. But, we haven't officially met, but you wouldn't know it from that exchange. And so that was on time. I'm so glad. I wish I couldn't have set that up any better. But, so guys, really think about going on Facebook and finding the groups in the different countries. And I'm almost certain that if it's a country where black people have visited and they are there, there will be a group for you to help you figure out things in the way that you need them, okay? So, get these dogs, man, as they run loose here. And, I still get a little nervous, but none of them really run up on you. It's not like at home. Stray dogs over here treated so well, they don't come at you too badly. So, but pick your country or pick a couple countries that you're interested in. Go on Facebook, get involved in the groups, and get that information before you make your scouting trip, because you can find a lot of information that you're looking for. All right. If you want to join Next Chapter Forward, text me 312-847-2739. Again, it's a text group, 312-847-2739. Man, almost got run over by a bike here. All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe, and share this with some brothers you think it might help. Guys who are thinking about leaving the country, please share that with them, okay? Guys, have a great day. Until next time, holla, y'all.